Hey scrappy friends, this is Mags from Mags Graphics, and today I'm going to show off the Everyday Circle masks and effects, which is one of my newest packs for May's Designer Days in 2025. This pack is a bundle of 25 11-inch masks as well as their coordinating mask effects. And here is how they work. So if we start with a blank page, we can use a paper or we can use a photo drop. Any of that would be fine. So let's go up and just take a look at a normal kit. I've chosen a Life Less Ordinary. I'm going to add a few pieces of paper to the page so that we can play with those. All right. And we're going to go back over to the Everyday Circle masks and effects. All right, so when you get it, in the embellishments panel, you will see all of the embellishments, which can, of course, just be added to your page if you want to work with them from there. Within that, you are able to add a paper to it. You could say fill selected shape. You can use them that way. What that does is it starts with the shape you put on the page, and then anything you add to it, it's still keeping that original shape. But if you start with a paper and then go to the mask effects instead, so we're going to go to frames and Everyday Circle masks and mask effects. Now you see the same masks, but they're here as effects. You can tell because they're blue. So I click on my paper, I choose one of these and apply it to the frame. And now, as I delete some of these behind it, you can see how it's added that shape to this paper. But it's still customizable. So if I wanted to change and try another one, I would just double click on a different one or apply this frame, right click and apply. So here's one that looks a little more like a circular saw. Here's a different one. We've got some with the loops on it. This one looks like little crowns going around. This one is sort of little bushes or little starburst pieces. This one's more like either a sun or shark fin, sawtooth. Here's another version of the sun. And when you start stacking these up with each other, it really makes for some interesting effects. Make this a little bit smaller. And then we're going to go to this one and we'll add one to it. Now you've got this here with some arrows shooting outward. Here's, I guess I was on the inside one. Now you've got some curly cues to it. And let's make these a little bit smaller. Oops. So we can see what's behind us. And here's another one with some little cutouts. So you see how having the mask effects just lets you keep changing and changing. We have a lot of options in Forever for rectangular items, but it's fun to have some options for circles. I really like this particular swirl look. You can adjust and make them more oval, but the more oval they are, the more skewed it may look, depending on the shape. Some it really won't matter. Some it will. You can just get to play around with it. But it's basically taking your rectangular or square papers or photos and applying this mask. As you can see, if I insert an empty frame, make it a little bit bigger so that you can see it, and I'll apply one of these to it. Now you can see it's still a photo drop, but it has the decorative edge. This one is more of a target. I think this would work better on a paper versus a photo, but it can be applied to either. We got this fun sun one with a little cutout in the middle. So there's a lot of options that you can do with these Everyday Circular masks and effects. And I know that you will be able to come up with some great ideas as well. Thanks for watching.